The Spheros can be a great way to engage students who maybe are not strong readers. A great example was when we did Huck Finn. That's a tough book, and there's a lot of dialect in that book, and there are a lot of really difficult and intense themes. And so rather than have those students just read that book and take a test and move forward, I wanted them to really engage in the plot and see that the struggles of Huck and the struggles of Jim are the struggles that people still have today. I mean, those struggles haven't disappeared, and we still have to confront those issues in our society. Well, breaking that down and giving them the opportunity to look at the plot from a standpoint of empathy, right? What is this character feeling in this moment, and how can I use color or movement to recreate that feeling, really gives students an opportunity to see that that story is not so far removed, right? What we're reading from the past has an impact on today and can connect with the emotions that we feel in our own lives. So we started by using the basic Sphero app. It's free on the iPad, and it's just a manual driver. So it allows them to drive the Sphero through a maze, just like they would use a video game controller. So it kept the focus on the content of my class, in this case the literature, rather than, oh my gosh, I don't know how to program, how do I use this supply in my class? So starting with that manual driver is a great way to keep the focus on your content, but also give them that exposure to the technology. In my class, we use a block-based coding app. It's the Sphero Spark app, and it's also free. And it allows them to drag and drop lines of code and then augment those lines of code so that they can kind of change them to fit the program they want to create. For me, that is where I kind of want to draw the line, because I want the focus to be on the literature. So they're still getting that coding experience, even though it's not a full I'm writing lines of code in a programming class experience. They're still seeing that that computational thinking can be applied to literature and to other content areas. If you wanted to take it a step further, you could use other Sphero apps that are also free that allow students to actually write lines of code from scratch and move their programs into that more advanced direction. And I have some kids that take programming, and so that would also be a great way to differentiate for your kids. Some kids can work with the block-based coding to just get that base level exposure, while others are building their own programs from scratch.